Hello, everybody. This is CSUDH Toro Pet Band. I hope we're all doing well. This is Dr. Chika Inoue, Director of Pet Band, and hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. I
So
had the
there
mouse
was,
too far away.
so there was a time change, wasn't it, on this past Sunday?
Yeah, I didn't even know
Yes.
about it. Like I just woke up and I'm all like, why is it so dark? And then and I look at the time and I'm all like, okay, that seems all right. And then my I just hear like in the distance like my mom and my dad talking. They're like, oh yeah, about like the time change, and I'm all like, wait, what? You mean it isn't 6 in the morning? And I'm like, oh, it's 5 in the morning. Okay.
So
It's
you
crazy.
lost an hour, right? No, you
We
gained an
gained
hour.
an
You
hour.
gained an hour. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So from here in Japan, it used to be 11 a.m., but now it's 12 p.m. So
Okay.
yeah, I get like extra time now. Yeah, it's crazy. We still do, time change, and daylight savings, and all that. But anyway, so we had a very special event this past week, and I
Hmm.
thought we will talk about that and discuss about that and hear all your experiences. It's been 20 months since the pep band had its
Oh my god.
performance. Yeah, I
That's
know.
dangerously close to 2 years.
Yes.
That's
Oh my
That's
terrifying.
true.
god.
Yeah. And yeah, the last performance the pep band had was back in February 2020, and it was at the basketball game. I believe it was the homecoming game. And Izzy, you were in band back then, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. I know for sure I wasn't at the homecoming game because I couldn't make it because I had work that day. And if I remember, we had another basketball game like the Thursday before. It might have been the week before that. I forget, but like that was my last one before that, and I'm just like, now I'm thinking back on it, I'm like, God, that was so long. And
Hmm.
like it was because it was always fun performing at the games, and it's nice to have that back like after the performance that we had on Monday. Like it like I felt like personally myself, I was like a little bit off like on the plane, just like I'm like, oh, we're back in like doing this together. But like or overall everyone else killed it, so it was a really good experience.
Very
I thought it
good.
was awesome too. Well, my experience, it was kind of hectic. so,
Oh
so,
right, yeah.
it was like
Yeah, the
so much
logistics in the
going on.
beginning.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I went and to see like where exactly we were going to perform and what we were going to do. And the first thing that I did is, look for the person that was in charge, and the person that was in charge wasn't there. So I just waited for that person, and I was like, you know what? They're not going to come anytime soon, and we need to get like set up. And I was totally fine with that because I already had an idea of what to do. I already knew what to do because Chica and I had talked to that person over email, and we had discussed like all the regulations and stuff like that. That because of COVID, so basically the regulations were that we were going to be 8 feet apart from each other for the winds that were playing, without a mask, and we had to be 12 feet away from the audience. So I took a measuring tape and I took regular tape and I just started measuring everyone 8 feet apart away from each other, and I started putting like markers and uh, like kind of like putting a marker where we couldn't cross or where we couldn't go past by. It was just a whole thing. It was crazy. I
I
was
I was not aware you actually took measuring tape. I thought you were just doing like
yes.
guesstimations.
No, I took a whole measuring tape. I measured that so
That's
perfectly.
crazy.
Yes, I took it because, we don't want to get in trouble
Yeah.
with the administration, or because, the people take videos and then they post it up on social
Mm-hmm.
media, and we don't want to get in trouble because we want to be able to perform in the future.
Yeah,
So,
it's with that sort of thing. It just takes like one video of us like showing that we're not complying, we're not being the professionals we are
hmm,
presenting ourselves as, and
yeah,
then just like that, like we lose out on a lot more gigs, and we don't want that to happen. We want more gigs.
exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was the whole thing that I had to take. I had to bring measuring tape
Hmm.
and
Oh,
and
yeah, we
measure
discussed
that.
about that, huh?
Yes, I
Yeah.
did that before the event. It was kind of chaotic. I had to move people out of the way. I was like, "Can you guys move? I'm doing something right here." I felt so bad for pushing the cheerleaders because, like, oh, can you guys move more? Can you guys move more? I'm sorry.
No,
At
I
least they
mean
were
I'm sure they
understanding.
understood, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cheer's always been really cool with us. So
Oh,
like
that's
I'm pretty
awesome.
sure they took like no offense to it, and like I'm pretty sure there's like oh like the fact that you're out there with like the measuring tape. I'm pretty sure they're like there's
They
some
were like, "What the heck
regulations
are
that
they
they need to
doing?"
take care of. So
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I got basically measured every spot and put like a marker for everyone. And
Wow.
then I put the drum line and the winds at a certain order. So it'll be drum line, low brass, and then, all the melody, which was mostly trumpets, and then Eric, the
There
only
was
alto
four of
sax.
us.
Yes, there was four trumpets.
Yeah.
It was
And you had the
crazy.
berry
Yeah.
sax, I heard,
Yeah, I
Evelyn.
had the berry
Yeah.
sax. I was next to Brian, which was on snare,
Mhm.
and the drum line, because I wanted to call out the songs, or I wanted to see what we were doing next. So I wanted the drum line to really be in check and be ready for when we had to play. But then we had a guest alumni, whom is Jason. He plays the trombone, and he helped a lot with calling out the songs, and just knowing, reading the crowd and knowing what to play next. So it was amazing to have him there and helping me out with that, because I was already stressed out with all the
Of
COVID
course.
regulations.
Of
So
course.
he really helped me out a lot, and I really
Fantastic.
appreciate his help.
Yeah.
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 I
Yeah.
We appreciate you, Jason.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Jason, if you're watching.
You're the real one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I spoke with Jason after the event, and he was really pleased with how you guys plays and how you guys behaved. um, because and you guys can all read music, and the fact that you guys know what to do at the events, he was very surprised and very you know he really thought it was you guys that were did a very good job. So yeah, congratulations. And
Awesome.
yeah, so one of the things we could do, like measuring tape is good, but back in the days when you guys were in marching band, and have you guys done parades?
Yeah.
Yeah, at parades they had those ropes with with like
Yes.
markers on it, and then you had to hold on it and like make sure you are in a line, like especially the middle person who's in charge of the
Yeah.
intervals.
Uh,
Yeah.
I
um
never had that at my high
Yeah,
school.
same.
yeah.
It's like my first time ever hearing about this.
I
Yeah,
know
with
about it,
with
but
us
I've
we
never
just
had it. Yeah.
yeah, with us we do the like this is what I was saying about the guesstimations. I assume that she did that because it was really common for in my marching band, whenever we'd be lining up or whenever we'd just be
I know
doing
exactly what you're gonna say.
like whenever we're finding our dots, we do steps. Like we'd count
Uh-huh.
our steps.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
each step
Yeah.
we'd count it as like a foot,
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
basically.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
so like
Yeah.
we'd just go like that, like each step. It's just like the we'd always have like when it came to what's called again uh marches,
Hmm.
whenever we'd parade, sorry.
Yeah.
Um we'd get lined up by the drum major or the assistant band director. Like they'd
Hmm.
Mhm.
like go on one end and then
Right.
they take the steps
Yeah.
and then have the everyone line up. They'd usually be on the right and then because in my band we'd always guide to the right.
Mhm.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and so like that was basically our thing, just going with guesstimations essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially in field marching and
Hmm.
marching band, you have a lot of like the yard lines. So the
Yeah.
yard lines from one yard line to the other yard line is supposed to be like, I don't know, like 8 feet apart or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So that's when people would make like would also do the steps like back to back, like heel
Right.
toe, heel toe, heel toe,
Mm-hmm.
heel toe,
Yeah.
and that's how they would estimate like, oh, this is about half of the between this yard line and this yard line, or this is about a quarter from this yard line to this yard line. So it's a whole thing. That's a whole
Yeah.
different universe.
Yeah, that's at my high school we didn't have turf. Like our school still has, I think to this day they still have like actual like a grass field
Mm.
Yeah.
for football.
Yeah.
So
The
obviously
markers get
because it's
erased.
grass, the markers
Yeah.
get
Hmm.
erased.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
we'd have to redo them.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
For us, we had a football field, and then we had a field where baseball, like a
Hmm.
baseball field.
Mm-hmm.
So we had two separate fields, and we would get like the back end of the baseball field, and that's where we would march, and we would ask our band director would have uh, the yard lines painted for us so that we could march there, but
Mm-hmm.
it would be so gone so quickly because we would
Yep.
just be running over the chalk over
Over
and
and
over
Yeah.
over.
and
Yeah.
For.
over.
Repeating the sets. Hmm.
Yeah,
I never
Yep.
had
it's
that
crazy.
problem.
Uh sorry, our schools weren't that fancy and got
Yeah.
No, no,
dirt.
I'm not saying it was fancy. It's just
Uh-huh.
that they never did the chalk for us. They just like left
uh
it like that. So like in the middle, you
mhm,
just have the box, and
mhm,
we just call it the 50-yard line. And then, uh, I think every section leader will have this the grid, and for
yeah,
like each movement, and we just do it right then and there. We just do it,
yeah.
and they would my band director would be like, "Okay, see how far you guys are," and after that, he just get right next to it. He starts counting. He'd be like, "All right, you guys are 10 steps apart." After that, he goes do that
Yeah.
with every individual person. I'm like,
Mhm.
"Dang,
Wow,
bro,
that
that
must
takes
have
That's
taken
crazy.
forever.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
yeah."
no.
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah.
Uh,
dedication.
Uh-huh.
yeah. So what we also used to do when we didn't have the chalk markings is that we used to have a bunch of cones, and we had a person, for example, we had like about like two or three people set up beforehand, and they would be the ones that would put the cones every single time or most of the time. So they already would have that measurement for everyone, and they
Mm.
would know where to put all the cones, and how much would be from the front yard line all the way to the middle. I don't know the terms anymore, like the middle backyard line and
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
Are you
So
talking about the hashes?
yeah, the hashes.
Yeah.
There you
Okay.
go. Yeah, the front hash, the back
Yeah.
hash, blah blah blah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
with us we didn't have the cones for the hashes, but the
Hmm.
band had its own yard line markers.
Oh,
Like
that's
cuz
cool.
like the lines would always like by the time we get there the lines are always gone cuz
Yeah.
the way how do we practice? We practice on the actual football field.
Mm.
Mm,
The
mm-hmm.
thing was that we'd always practice after the football team finished their practice because our marching practices would usually be around 5 p.m. At that time, football's already gone,
Right.
Yeah.
and so like we'd go on, like while we're in the band room warming up. One of the drum majors would go usually with because we typically had three. It'd usually
Hmm.
be like two of the drum majors, or it'd be like one of the drum majors and the assistant band director would go and set up the um like basically set up like the yard line markers
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
and then like do like a rough like mark and like basically we do like a rough sketch of the yard lines and everything
Yeah.
and like the hashes and then by the time we're done warming up and everyone's helping to take all the percussion over like
Yeah.
everything's already set up for us
Yeah.
and then
Exactly.
it'd be erased by the end of rehearsal or like halfway through rehearsal. But yeah, we got it done.
Yeah, we will also use like a spray can,
Yep.
especially like
Hmm.
for grass, and that's where we would make it like, phew. there's the
Yep.
line.
He's like,
Yeah. That's
Well,
funny.
you guys, all the tips of knowing the guesstimating and also,
Mhm.
figuring out the distances back then for aligning purposes, but now it's for the COVID purpose. We have
yep.
to.
Yeah.
And I'm sure as we do more of these performances, and we can guesstimate
Mhm.
how far we should be, and how far
Mhm.
8 feet is, and all that. So yeah. So yeah. So what did you think? There were sets of music you guys had in line, right?
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
did it go as smoothly as you thought it would be?
Uh, Not entirely. We kind of skipped around at a certain point
Mm.
because
Oh
like we
yeah.
just started like blasting through them, and
Mhm.
then like we got to a certain point, and then Jason was like, "I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't want to play some of these,"
Oh yeah.
and then I'm all
Yeah.
like, "I'm all for it," because
Yeah. All of
honestly,
us
I'm
are
all
like,
like,
uh-uh.
some of the ones that he was like suggesting to skip, I'm all like, "Yeah, I kind of feel you on skipping that one."
Mhm. Yeah, we were like, we should probably skip that one.
Which one is
Yeah.
the one that you guys wanted to skip, or you
I
skipped? Yeah.
I
I
want to
think we
say
skipped tequila and rock around the clock. I think it was one of those two.
no, we no, yeah, okay, no, yeah, we didn't play those, and then I know for sure we skipped a couple off of what's it called again?
Like stand shorts.
Stadium Jam
Stand
7.
shorts. No, stand shorts.
Yeah,
Because
stand
we
shorts.
already we discussed before that we were only gonna do for sure uh
Mhm.
two songs from Stadium Jams.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, I
Yeah,
wasn't there. I
it
was
was from
sick.
Stand Shorts. I want to say it was from Stand Shorts
It would stop. Bum,
2,
bum, 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 bum,
Oh
bum, bum,
yeah, it
bum,
but
bum,
I'm
bum,
not
was.
too
bum,
sure.
bum, 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 bum. What is that song?
I forgot that
What?
song, but I remember
It's
I remember a lot of people didn't
that
like
one,
that.
right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
that
that's
one.
Yeah,
Killing in
it
the
was.
Name of.
I forgot the name too, but I saw everybody was like,
No,
"Oh,
Killing in the
oh
Name
yeah."
of.
Oh yeah,
If I
killing
remember
the
right,
name.
unless
Yeah.
I'm
That
mixing up the name, because
that was the
I'm
one
not
you
even.
guys
No,
didn't like,
Yeah, we
or
were
no,
like,
no. Killing in the
Eh?
name of goes like da 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 da
Oh
da
right,
da
right,
da
yeah.
da.
I'm mixing them
Yeah,
up.
yeah. I forgot what. I think it was binding something. I forgot what it was,
I think
but
so.
oh, it was
why?
blind. There
oh,
was
it
a
was
Yeah,
blind.
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 There you
Blind.
go.
There you
Yeah,
go.
blind. Yeah,
May I
every
ask why did you guys wanted to not play?
if
Oh,
I'm being honest with you, I honestly wanted to say I actually liked that part. So everybody else was like, "Oh yeah, thank God." I was like, it's a nice piece.
I think because like blind isn't something that we remember right away.
Mm.
Like we're like, how does that even go?
Oh, you guys
You
were not
know?
familiar with it quite yet.
Yeah, we were like,
Yeah.
how does that even go? Yeah.
Did you guys play the tequila and rock around the clock?
Those two, no,
No, we
No.
didn't.
Mm.
Jason looked at it. He was like, "Okay, let's
nah.
skip."
Yeah, well,
I kind of think we
those
could
two
have
I was
played.
fine with.
Yeah.
The Stadium Jam ones, I was like, I mean, I'm down to play them, but like the consensus was mostly like, nah. So I'm like, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I wanted to play. I think didn't we skip the first one and we played
Yeah.
all three of them? Yeah, okay. I wanted to play
Yeah.
the first one. It was pretty.
What was it the matter of not you guys like not liking the pieces, or were you not like not prepared for it? What is it?
If
I I can't speak for others. I can only speak for myself. And
You guys just
again,
sensed
I
it, huh?
was no,
Yeah.
I was on like I'm fine with playing with them. I'm fine playing them. I like them.
Mhm.
Like, but like if you guys ain't feeling it, then I ain't gonna force you.
Yeah. I
yeah,
think
that's
it
Plus,
was
I
true.
was kind
more
of outnumbered, so
I
Yeah,
think it was
I
more of a thing that I just like we just didn't feel like super prepared for those.
Hmm.
Where we were like, should we risk it or should we not risk it? And we decided not to risk it.
there was no biscuit.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
if I'm being honest, I liked all of the songs. So it was very surprising when when he was like, "All right, let's not do this one." I was like, I have it right here.
Oh, he didn't
I
tell me about that.
I think Jason and I just looked at each other and we're like, yeah, we
you
probably
you
shouldn't
Yeah.
got
play
it,
it.
huh?
But I didn't know you guys felt that way. I thought, I don't know.
I mean, I did like
Next time.
fireworks. I'm not gonna lie. I like that little solo I had 'cause I didn't know the altos had the part in the beginning. Yeah, so it was like when I first played it, I realized that no one else had it. I was like, okay, then time to blast this so everyone can hear me. But yeah, it's pretty fun.
Eric went
Yeah.
from 0 to 100 real quick. Like, boom.
Were
Flip
there
the
a lot of
switch.
people at the event?
Yeah, there was a decent amount of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody was recording this. I don't know the mascot's name. Ted? Teddy?
Teddy.
Oh,
Teddy.
Teddy.
Yeah, Teddy.
Yeah.
He was right there, like, ooh, yeah, let me
Yeah.
dance
He
real
was like,
quick.
Yeah, it was fun.
yes.
It was fun having Teddy around again. That was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
It was
He's the
awesome.
best hype man ever. I swear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wherever he goes, there's like
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
follower.
I mean,
Yes.
you guys weren't there. I think it was afterwards. Me, Leslie, Michael, and Sebastian. We went to go get our free cookies, and then we just saw Teddy right there. And I was asking the organizers. I was like, who's like playing him? And they were like, that's you're not supposed to know it. I'm like,
That's
really? And
confidential.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then Michael, and then they were like, "You're not supposed to know like the person under it." I'm
Yeah.
like, "Wait, that's how mascots work." I didn't
Yeah.
know. We didn't have a mascot
Yeah.
at my
Yeah,
school, so
that's a like the mascot's identity is on a need to know basis, and you do not need to know.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean, our
because I think it's because like Teddy has like such a big following. Like he has they have won very big prizes before, like on mascot competitions. So I think it's better for them to keep their life, like to keep their identity, as a secret, because they want privacy, I think it's more of a like a
Yeah.
privacy issue.
Plus,
okay, that
plus
makes
there's the
more
whole
sense.
thing that once you if you do find out who like plays Teddy, then at that
Mhm.
point Teddy doesn't become Teddy anymore. Teddy is now, for let's just say, for example, his name is
Yeah.
Jose. Teddy's no longer Teddy. Teddy's Jose now.
Yeah,
Okay, that
exactly.
makes sense. Like I say, we didn't have a mascot. Our mascot was literally a stick man. I'm not even lying. Uh, what was his name? Saint the Stickman, something like that. I don't know. It was a weird mascot to say the least.
Yeah. No, I want to say we had two. It was because my high school it was the Eagles,
Mhm.
and we had two mascots. Like we had a male version, like a female version. Like one of them, I think.
That's for us too.
Yeah, I think one of them.
Diversity.
Yeah, one of them was in like I want to say they both had a jersey, but I forget which one had which. Like, I don't know if it was the male that had the purple one or the female that had the white. Because
Yeah.
those are the two jerseys that we use.
Yeah, for us, we were lions in high school. So
Mhm.
they had the lion and then they had a lioness, and
Okay.
but they just look so wonky. I didn't like it. The costumes were like,
Yeah.
At
No,
least you
yeah,
guys had
our
mascots.
costumes were old too. Like they were pretty old. They were like kind of like they were kind of beat up if I'm being kind of honest.
That's
Like
crazy.
Teddy stays fresh though, so
oh
Yeah, he
yes,
had them fresh shoes. I'm
hmm
not gonna lie.
yes.
Yeah, the fresh shoes.
Teddy always like he brings up like with new merch out of nowhere.
Yeah,
He has a
he
new
looks.
fit for everything. I love that though.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess we have to collaborate more with him, and
hmm
Yeah.
For sure.
yeah. We have a lot of we have several YouTube videos on our YouTube channel that Teddy and the band is, Teddy's
Yeah.
dancing with the music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so adorable.
So we really got to bring that back.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
definitely.
Yeah. So, what are the things that you think it went well in, or something you can take from this performance?
I will say bonding, Cause
Mm.
I did came a little bit late, but then when I was walking through, I don't know where I was walking through. Izzy was just right there. He was like, "Yo, what's up, man?" And I was like, "Oh, damn, nobody's gonna like yell at me for coming in late. Wow, this feels different."
Because I wasn't there.
You were going
Yeah.
through the library. Yeah.
Oh,
The
that was
funny
the
thing though,
library.
yeah, the funny thing too is that technically he would have been at the performance location before us if he wouldn't have gone through the library
Yeah.
Oh.
because
Yeah,
he was coming out from the other side of the library heading toward to the
To
court,
the court.
Mm.
Yeah.
and uh the location where we're performing, instead of basically coming toward the court, he would have had to have gone around the library a little bit,
Hmm.
and like just completely like not enter the library, and then from the direction that he was coming he would have to take a right, and then he'd
Hmm.
be there.
Yeah.
Mm. 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 Mm.
yeah,
So
I
like he
mean,
was this close to being earlier than us.
Yeah.
yeah, I was that close, but I think I didn't see it at the time. I was more focused on like, God, I'm a little bit late. I gotta hurry up. I gotta hurry up.
Yeah.
I gotta like get there on time. And no
And then you would
yelling. I
have,
was like, oh, thank God.
and then you would have seen me with the measuring tape measuring the floor.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
I'm just picturing Evelyn just out here with like the measuring tape, has like a pencil right here, like planning like schematics and everything,
Yes,
like
that was me.
blueprints.
That
yeah,
was
that
me,
was.
100%.
But, yeah, it was pretty nice, finally performing as a whole band. Me
Mhm.
seeing the people actually, like, yeah, let's go, Pep Band, woo! And it felt like I just got so much energy out of it.
I'm
Yeah,
so
it was
glad.
good.
Yeah. 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 And
Yeah.
yeah, so anything from you, Evelyn or Izzy? What can we take
Uh,
from this?
no, for me it was like I was really surprised with like basically how quick everyone got used to like the call outs.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
As like with the when we were starting to call out like tunes, or like when we were like um basically explaining like what sort of what's gonna be like the plan like with the music.
Mm-hmm.
um like people would always like keep it going, and like if they like there was a couple of times where like we didn't like all come in, but some the few people that kept on going, like those that didn't come in, we waited for them to finish their what's it called again, their phrase, so that way it would be like we gave them a highlight.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
just really liked how fast like everyone was like quick to adjust like toward
Mm-hmm.
any issues that potentially rose.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, for like example, for Go Big X, I don't think anyone saw Jason do the repeat sign.
Mhm.
So I think I was the only one that saw it in the drums. So I kept going, and then I looked at everybody else, and then they started quickly adjusting to it really quickly, and I was just like, oh,
Mhm.
okay,
Yeah.
I have my little solo right there.
Yeah,
Mm. Wow. So you
Yeah.
guys kind of, saw the sign and kind
yeah,
of
Yeah.
felt it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
I think I think a big part of that is because all of us have experience
Mm.
performing like pep tunes and performing like, for example, football games or
You guys
stuff
were
like
all in
that.
band in high
Yeah.
school.
hmm
So we
Yeah.
were all already having that experience. So whenever something like that happens, we just know like,
Yeah.
okay, we'll just keep going.
like
Like there's no stopping us. There's no stopping us during a performance.
Mm.
So I think that's why we had that experience. But we had people that, for example, that didn't have that past experience, then probably we would have been like, oh, we probably would have slowed down or something. Yeah.
Mm. And the fact that you guys had the mutual experience,
Yes.
from the past. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't it interesting how you guys all come from different places but have this kind of
Mm-hmm.
similar
yeah.
background that you guys can share?
Yes.
This it doesn't matter like what sort of like marching or what sort of what style of marching your school did, what type of like either if your school focused more on parade or they focused more on field show.
Hmm.
Like we all have that those basics about like if
Yes.
X happens, do Y,
Mm.
or
Yes.
like the whole like we all going back with the whole like different styles of marching. In the end, we're all keeping the odd numbers on our left foot whenever we're
Mm.
in even
Exactly.
whenever we're in even time signatures. But
Uh-huh.
you
Mhm.
get my point. Like we all have that basic foundation, and now we're applying it toward something else with a new group.
Basic
Mhm.
foundation ingrained in you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So were there anybody who were interested in or were there anybody who was like, oh, we didn't know we had a pet band on campus? Did you encounter anybody
Oh,
like that?
I believe that an alumni, if I'm not mistaken, or probably like a senior, she was like, "Oh, you guys are back," and I was like, "Yeah." And then she was like, "Oh my god, I've been waiting for you guys to hear you guys perform again. I couldn't wait."
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh, that felt
Oh.
so nice." I was like, "Yes, we're trying, we're trying to get back
Yeah.
into the swing of things." Yeah, that
Right,
was good.
right.
Hmm.
It just felt awesome
Yeah.
too, like blasting the halls while people were in classes.
Filling the air, filling the
Yeah.
campus with sound.
Yeah, that was cool. That was
um,
awesome.
I do remember a cheerleader went to it. I don't know if they went to Evelyn or somebody, and they were saying that, oh, when you guys gonna perform again? Like we want to like perform with you guys, and we were telling
Oh,
them that
yeah.
yeah, like when basketball game starts like arriving and everything,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
they're like, okay, keep us like in touch so we could like coexist with you guys where you guys are playing
Yes.
and everything, and it was
Sure,
it's
sure.
pretty
And
nice to hear,
yeah,
even though
that's
I'm
a
a
Well,
freshman.
we were
yeah.
so busy though, right? Just getting everybody together and to play together
Mhm.
was already like
Yeah.
difficult for us for a long time, and we were there very different from other groups who they can meet regularly and practice regularly. So we still need time to get adjusted with the music and have the sense of playing together, and what you guys are getting the hang of it, but we still have a lot of practicing to do, and
Yes.
to collaborate is it has to be like another level. So
Mhm.
yeah, but it would be really exciting if we could collaborate with like Teddy, you were saying, and the cheer and the dance and
Yeah.
yeah, the whole
Yeah, I
group.
think we just need to get more comfortable with each other right
Mhm.
now
Yeah,
and like getting the pieces together with each other
right,
because basically we've been practicing at home all our individual parts and we're like whatever,
right.
whatever, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
And we're like it's the same thing over and over. But when you mix everyone together and then you
yeah,
hear, oh, this other person next to me is playing a different thing.
yeah,
Oh, this other person over here is playing another different thing, and I'm so
right.
confused right now. I don't know how to play my part anymore because
Yeah,
I'm listening to everyone except and I'm not listening to myself anymore, you know? It's just
right.
a whole thing. And for me when I was playing very sax, nobody has my parts. So I'm like syncopating with like the drum line and then sometimes syncopating with like the the trumpets and then sometimes with like the low brass. It was just crazy for me to have that experience and not be playing, for example, the same thing
With
that
the
Eric was
melody.
playing. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was just it kind of threw me off with rehearsals. But as when I went to the performance, obviously I was better prepared because I was able to prepare for that and
Mm.
be ready. Like, okay, I'm gonna do this all by myself. I'm in this section. I'm playing all by myself, and I have to get it down because if I don't get it down, everything's gonna sound super empty
Mm.
when they are not playing. So,
Yeah, and you will get hurt as a Barry
oh
player.
yeah,
Oh God.
I
Yeah.
I thought I wasn't being hurt at all, but Nick, he's a tenor sax player, and he also has been coming to the rehearsals for headband because I asked him to.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, but he couldn't perform that day, and he was able to see us perform towards the end of the event. So he recorded us, and I was like, I was really curious how I sounded,
Uh-huh.
because he sent me the videos after the
Yeah.
performance, and oh my god, I actually you
Sounded
could really
good.
tell. You could really tell that I'm there.
Yeah.
I
I
was
want
kind
to
of
see the
worried
video.
though.
Yeah, you guys have to share me
Yeah.
with all those videos, and I'm sure a lot of things have been, posted from many different people on Instagram and on the social media. But
Yes.
I want to see, so please do
Okay.
share. Yeah, and
Yes.
yeah. So those of you who are watching, yeah, as in share, as in the pet band have been communicating on Discord
Mhm.
all this time, and it's been a great tool for me to communicate with the students and also among students. And
Yes.
I'm expecting lots of contents on there so that we can choose some of them and then post it on
Mhm.
social media.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah.
if you ever miss an episode of the podcast live on Twitch, and or if it's no longer there, then we always send out notifications as to when we upload the videos on, for example, on YouTube or something
Mhm.
like that.
Right.
We also upload different content on YouTube. We've uploaded stuff that we've done in the past on Twitch for different episodes. So that's a shameless plug, but yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. Yeah, so I'm glad that you guys had a really great performance, and hopefully we can do more.
Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy how the semester is ending so quickly. We have
Oh,
4 weeks left.
don't remind
Oh
me.
my god. And
Four?
then here
Oh
comes
no.
juries.
Yeah,
Yes, I was
Yeah.
because
thinking.
I don't. Yeah, because I was gonna say I'm like I don't think you mean the end of the semester. I think you mean juries are coming up.
Yes. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
of course.
And it's gonna be my first jury, so
Mm.
ready for
Good
me.
luck.
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
Thank
so
you.
yeah, so
jury
all
is
the
gonna be interesting because.
right, so all the music performance and also education
Hmm.
students who are taking lessons would have to play this thing called the jury, and you guys will be playing in front of faculty
Mhm.
and show off your skills and
Skills.
techniques that you guys have learned all throughout the semester.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
I,
yeah.
I would like to give a shout out to Dr. Chica for teaching me.
Oh, thank
Yes,
you.
thank you so much, Dr. Chica.
Yeah, I really wish I could be in the same room with you and do the lessons, but you guys have been working really hard on doing during the lesson and also outside of the virtual lesson, and
Yeah.
I hope working with pianists is another exciting thing to be doing. But
Yes.
it's so different for us, isn't it, to practice by yourself, which you guys did a lot during the pandemic.
Yes.
And now things are slowly opening up, and you guys get to interact with other musicians and also with the accompanists or collaborative artists.
Mhm.
And you hear like other sound besides yours. And I'm sure you guys felt a lot of that during the performance this past Monday, like hearing other people's sounds and how the sound blends together.
Mhm.
And that's an amazing thing what music can do, I think. Having different kinds of instruments and sound blend together and create music. So last week I did a performance all unaccompanied saxophone, and that was a very different concert for me because I usually have a pianist or a guitar player or other instrumentalist with me, but to have all by yourself, the focus is on me. People are listening to just the sound of the saxophone. That's another different situation, another different
Yeah.
kind of music. But yeah. You really think how sound blending together does
Mhm.
to you. Yeah.
It's
And
also for me. I practice with Mary, which
Mhm.
is, of course, a piano professor at our school. Uh, I remember this also from my previous jury last semester. This is going to be my second jury this semester, but it's just so different because when I practice by myself, I'm like, okay, I have to hit the points, like practice with the metronome, I had to hit it. But when I practice with Mary, she has all this other melodic stuff happening and all these other chords, and I kind of it's just so different, like
Yeah.
so different.
Because if you start listening to the other person, you kind of
Mhm.
lose focus of yours.
Exactly. Yes.
But
Yeah.
Right.
at the same time, you still have to listen to them because it
Yes.
can't be a like I'm playing my part at the same time that she's playing her part.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
guys have to come together for it.
Right.
Yes. So it's a whole different experience, you know. It's just
Hmm.
different. It's crazy.
Yes. And let's also give a shout out to Professor Mary, who's helping most of us, do our
Yes.
jury. So thank you,
Mhm.
Professor Mary.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mary.
Yep.
You're
Thank
the
you.
best.
Shout outs to Mary, the real one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, number one thing I suggest you all doing is to breathe together with her. Okay, if you even if you don't have a downbeat on the downbeat on the bar
Mhm.
one, breathe together with her and
Yeah.
you know feel the music,
She just knows because she looks at your body language.
of
For
course.
example, she just knows. She instantly knows. You could go like, and then she just like starts playing. Like right
Hmm.
when you start playing, it's
Hmm.
amazing.
Yep.
She's awesome.
Hmm. She has a
Yeah.
lot of experience playing with saxophone, which is me.
Yes. Yeah, which
so,
is you. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
yeah, she knows a lot about how long it takes for to
Yeah.
breathing and to produce and produce sound.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
it's
So
amazing.
be sure to make eye contacts with
Hmm.
her. I know your
Hmm.
eyes are glued to
Don't
your music.
We're
yeah,
like,
don't
ah.
hide behind the stand. Nope.
Don't hide behind the stand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't have the stand as like a wall in between you and her. Like you guys
Yeah.
need to be able to see each other.
You're
Not.
lucky I Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Not thinking about it. It kind of throws me back to middle school. Wow.
Middle school.
Yeah, eighth grade. I remember. I just remembered right now where like, UCLA had to perform in front of an audience, and it was just me and my saxophone teacher who also played piano, and it
Hmm.
was it was pretty nice experience. The song was called Sawmill Creek. I'm pretty sure it was in a saxophone book, and it was a very nice piece, and it was very like a new experience for me to actually like perform in front of everybody. So I just wanted to say that.
That's awesome. Honestly, I'm
It
glad
was
you
a
had
nice
that
experience.
experience before, and that you will get to apply it now.
Yep.
Honestly, it will help
Yeah,
you a lot.
Hmm.
yeah, it was amazing to
Exactly.
say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it will be nice to see, saxophonists. We have a lot of saxophonists this semester, and also
Yeah.
we'll have more next semester.
Mhm.
But to you guys to do some collaboration, maybe duet, trio, quartet, possibly. Now that Evelyn, you have the Barry, it's much easier to form a quartet now.
That would
So
be amazing.
That's what I was
yeah,
thinking. I mean, it could be classical, it could be jazz,
mhm.
it could
Yeah, of course, we
whatever.
can do
I
all
honestly,
kinds of
It could
Or it
be
could be
classically
both.
jazz.
Oh.
oh,
classically jazz. Yeah, and possibly, there was a trumpet and saxophone duet piece. So, Izzy, if you want to collaborate with other saxophone, there's a bunch of other,
Yeah.
I'm done.
duet pieces.
You could probably ship it off to multiple saxophonists. Is there's four trumpets and
Mm,
getting lessons, so
very
multiple
good.
opportunities for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we actually had all four of them at the performance on Monday.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, yeah, because I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you've heard of Sebastian, but
Mm-hmm,
you haven't seen him,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
correct? And then Mario was able to join us for
Very
that
good.
performance as well. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, shout
slowly
out to
recruiting people.
Mario.
I'm like, come on,
Yeah,
come
slowly but
join
surely we'll
us.
have all of the wind players a part of
It's like
this.
it's fun being a bed band,
Yeah,
right?
it's fun being Peppa. Come on, join us. Join us right now.
Yeah, hopefully, the like performances like on Monday, people
Hmm.
saw you guys perform and it's like, wow, we have a band, and I want
Yeah.
to join too. Hopefully there are more people like that. Even if they don't play, have a prior experience playing the
Hmm.
instruments, we would love to have
Yeah,
students who are interested in playing instrument too. Drumline, we need more people. Yeah, but
for sure.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I believe some of you, I think it was three of you, wanted to do uh, percussion as well, right? At some
Oh
point.
yeah, that would be
Yep.
amazing to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
actually us three that are right here.
Yeah, I
Oh
think
yeah.
so.
I was talking to Brian because we're in a group chat. Just shout out to Brian too. Yeah, Brian. He was telling me about these different pads and these different sticks, and I'm gonna
Mm,
order some soon. So that's gonna be pretty fun. 'Cause
That's
yeah.
amazing.
I know like somewhat of the basics, so if I'm able to like apply it a little bit, it'll probably like build up the stamina and the wrist muscles and everything. So
Mhm.
Hmm.
Mhm. Well, if any of you here or out there interested in music education, I think it's a really great technique for you to know. And you guys will
Hmm.
have to take the percussion
Yep.
class eventually. So
Yeah.
yeah, you guys
Yeah,
will have
I already
benefit from
took
that.
it, so
Oh, you took it, so
yeah.
you
I
know.
still have my sticks for that class
Good.
too, and the drum pad.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
What a scholar.
yeah.
no, if you ask my mom, I'm more of a hoarder. Like I'm like there's my trumpet, uh my other trumpet. I have a baritone that we can no longer house in the house, so it's in the garage. My brother's trombone that I got for him for Christmas, and he's only played it twice. I'm calling him out on that. Yes, I'm really angry at that. Like
Oh,
it was $70 for an Eastman trombone, surprisingly. Yeah,
was that used?
used, yes. Got it from Goodwill. If you want
Wow.
a good instrument, check hit up Goodwill. Online,
Hmm.
they have online auctions, and you could find really good instruments. Like last time I was helping, because one of my friend's nephews, he started up playing trumpet, and he asked me for suggestions on instruments, and I told him to like search on Goodwill. And so I hopped on Goodwill along with him because we were on a call on Discord,
Mm-hmm.
and you can find really good stuff there. Like when I was checking with him, I found a Stradivarius, box Stradivarius trombone on there, and the bidding at the time was at 700. So
Oh,
like a
it's a
professional,
bidding, huh?
yeah,
It's a auction
mm-hmm,
style.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. But
very
like
interesting.
the
That's
fact that
awesome.
you could get a professional grade trombone for like at the time the bidding was at 700. So
Hmm.
obviously it's gonna go up higher because I think it
Hmm.
had like a day left for
Hmm.
auctions,
Hmm.
but like I think it only had like I want to say like 8 bids maybe. Like it
Hmm.
wasn't like that many, but yeah, like you can find some crazy stuff on there. And I found my brother's trombone, student
Wow.
model Eastman trombone. Got it for
Hmm.
$70. Like
That's
that's a
not
That's
steal.
bad.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
yeah. Like my first trumpet that costed me 200 because I bought it directly on eBay.
Oh,
So
Mm.
very
Wow,
it,
good.
it,
Izzy,
it
that's
isn't
a
it isn't an
plug.
amazing deal like Evelyn did
With
with
the
her berry
berry.
sax, but it's
speaking
something.
of my bad, but like speaking
Absolutely.
of berry sags, I we saw Evelyn's berry sag. It was so weird not to see that A key behind it. It was my first time ever seeing a berry sag without the A key. I was very surprised. I was like, "Whoa, that is so weird." Probably like a
Yeah.
really old model.
Yeah. What Eric is saying about Aki is that Barry has this button on the left
Hmm.
thumb where you can
Yeah.
go, Yeah.
where you could go
Lower.
like boom. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think what I think it probably, I'm not sure if it does have it, but one of the keys you press down with your pinky and it's so heavy. I think
Mm.
maybe that's the A key. But I'm not sure. I don't think so. I could be mistaken. Sorry.
Mhm.
I haven't had too much time to fidget around with it except when I practice pep tunes, which
Mhm.
is usually
Mhm.
staying within like a reasonable range. But I'm getting more comfortable with it,
Mhm.
and hopefully I'll get it down a lot better soon.
Yeah, let me play. I want to play it.
Like,
Yeah, I'll let you play.
all the saxophonists are just gonna be like hitting up Evelyn and be like, "Hey, yo,
Yes,
let me play that
that is
berry."
that is exactly how it is. They're like, "Oh, you got the berry? Can I try
Or like
it?"
all of them hit you up. All of them hit you about it.
Yes. They're like, "Oh, I'll let you play my tenor. I'll let you play my like Nick." He was like, "Oh, can you let me play your berry?" And I was like, "Okay." Or
Okay.
you're like your alto, and I was like, "Okay." And he's like, "I guess I'll let you play my tenor since you're already gonna let me borrow your alto or your berry." And I was like, "All right, sure."
Have him let you play his soprano sax.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh
He
man.
says he says that it's really hard to stay in tune with the soprano sax. And I was like, how is that even possible? And then like how is it possible like to like why is it the way it is, you know? And he kind of explained like certain keys and blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
I mean,
I just
I
didn't know that
play.
was a thing.
Oh, sorry. I
Yeah.
Yeah.
mean, I played a bit of soprano and jazz. It was pretty fun, but yeah, the tuning is, and the high notes get really squeaky, and it's not fun sometimes. But those I remember there's two types of sopranos.
Mhm.
The one that is like a little miniature alto, and then there's like the
Yeah,
straight
the
down one.
curve.
The curves.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
curve. That's what it's called, the curve. Yeah, the curves are pretty fun. I actually like that one more than the straight down one.
You know, there's a straight tenor.
Oh yeah, I
What?
also saw an alto one too. A friend sent me
What?
it, and he was like,
Hold
"Oh, you
on.
should buy this." I'm like, "Whoa! I never knew these existed. This is crazy." And they're huge,
I
like
feel
I'm
like
searching
that
it up
makes
right now.
sense,
huge.
but I don't know why I never thought that it was real. It's like when people like are
Like
kind
they
of
just
thrown
joke
off
around.
by rotary trumpets, like where it's basically trumpets with the same type of valves that a French horn has.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah. There's also I don't know what instrument it's called, but it's like a trombone, but also has the vowels on it.
Oh, that's the
It's
super
a
bone.
super horn, right? Yeah,
It's
there
a
you go.
super bone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
it's
super
like
bone. It's really
yeah,
crazy. I was like, whoa.
yeah. Those
Oh
are
my
really
god.
niche stuff. Like one of my friends has one of those. Like he just bought it out of a whim. Like
How,
uh
are
Like
aren't
why
they
do those even
expensive?
exist?
huh? No, he got a cheap one. So
What's the
Oh, okay.
reason?
yeah,
Yeah. What's the reason?
yeah.
Why?
Why?
There is no
Why?
reason for it.
Just
There is
because.
a reason for it. That's why they're so great.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it Leslie who's commenting that this
Ooh.
person said just check Goodwill, someone's selling a clarinet, missing the bell, and calling it a flute.
oh yeah,
Oh
that
yeah,
happens
My
sometimes.
god.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, Brian, sorry, but
uh,
that's Brian. Um,
yeah.
that's
You get that sometimes. Like I was looking up brass
Right?
instruments,
yeah,
and the like I'm seeing it's just like trombone, trumpet, trombone, like French horn,
yeah,
random like obscure old antique instrument,
yeah.
and then there's a brass statue of a bulldog.
What the heck?
And I'm
I would
like,
take
I
that.
could have sworn I was on brass instruments, not just like stuff that's made out of brass.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Brian
last time I
said
checked, the brass bulldog statue is not an instrument. But who knows? Percussionists like they like to have fun.
Brian said, "I'll let you hold my sticks for a chance at the berry." I
I would
mean,
I would trade you
Evelyn,
my alto.
Evelyn, if you let me use the berry, I'll let you use my baritone. They're in the same range, right?
You should start like charging, like
yes.
All
all
right.
right,
Okay.
five
Honestly,
dollars,
yeah.
$5
It's like
five
rent,
dollars.
yes.
rent the berry.
Actually, hold on, do I
Like,
have $5? I have a spare $5 right here, right
All
here.
right.
Chris,
First
$5 bill.
client coming up.
Yeah, Chris, $5.
Maybe you should make a shirt that says,
If you want to borrow
if
my
you want to
berry,
borrow
that'll be
berry.
$5.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
first customer. Here, can I pre-order it too? Like,
Pre-ordering is
Yes.
extra.
oh, $6 you say? Let me. Okay. Oh no, wait.
$6 for the
All right, $6 right here.
yeah. There you go.
The $1 reservation fee.
Yes.
Oh, I don't have any more dollars.
No,
You
that's
have
what
to
I'm saying. No,
RSVP through
like
email.
the that's what makes it the $6. It's the $5 for the rental, and then the $1 reservation fee
Oh,
for the
yeah,
pre-order.
yeah, Evelyn, I'm ready.
And you have to tip her too.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
So
have to tip me.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, I'll give you my old Luigi figurine.
Okay,
Or
that works. Yeah, yeah, I'll accept that. I'll hang it on the berry case.
and I'll also give you my old drum major gloves too.
That thing
oh,
must be crusty. No, thank
Yes.
you.
No, well, they're not crusty. I washed them and they shrunk, so they don't fit me anymore.
Ah,
Unfortunately.
okay, they'll probably fit me. I'll
Yeah.
accept that.
that's so nice of you, Evelyn.
Uh,
Okay,
my.
well, um, it's been a fun a talk today, and hearing about what we how the performance went on Monday,
Mhm.
and I'm glad that everything went well, and hope we can have more performances in the future. Maybe we might be able to squeeze one more in this year. We'll see if we can.
Hopefully, yes.
Hopefully,
Hopefully,
yeah, where the band seems to be eager to perform
yes.
right now. So
eager is
hopefully,
an understatement, but yes.
we're like we're like freaking out here.
Like if I could have risen my eyebrows higher when you said that there might be another performance, like they'd probably like the muscles would probably be like ripping out.
oh.
We're like,
Like you have my attention now. You had it before, but now it's like
Yeah, it's a
set.
real, yeah. Yeah. So, okay, well, we'll keep working on it. All right, guys.
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah, I
Okay,
can't wait.
well, yeah. All righty. Well, next week is is it already not the following week is the Thanksgiving week.
Yes.
So, we're not going to be having a podcast on that week. We'll see
We'll be
if we can
stuffing our
squeeze
faces.
one more podcast in for the year. Maybe
Mhm.
the end of the year podcast, and we'll
Join
close it
Peppa
with
next
this.
semester. Woo!
Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for joining, and see you next time.
All right.
Bye.